Another incidence of violence has been reported in Manipur, the second such incident in 2 days. Reports say heavy firing was launched from atop the Yaingang Pokpi Uyokching hills towards the Shanti Kongban and the Tamna Pokpi villages in Imphal East. As per initial reports, one police special commando and one village volunteer were injured in the attack. Meanwhile, Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh has strongly condemned Friday's attack in Imphal. In a post on social media platform X, Chief Minister Biren Singh said, and I quote, strongly condemn the indiscriminate firing by Kuki militants at Sanasabi and Tamna Pokpi in Imphal East, which injured civilians and security personnel. This cowardly and unprovoked attack on innocent lives is an assault on peace and harmony, unquote. Biren Singh informed that additional security forces had been rushed to the affected areas and also called for calm and unity in the face of such challenges. He added that central forces and state police should have proper coordination and understanding when dealing with such situations. On Friday, armed men from the hills launched gun and bomb attacks in the Sanasabi and Tamna Pokpi villages. Security forces retaliated, resulting in a fierce exchange of fire in the two villages. 4 people, including a video journalist and 2 security personnel, were injured in those attacks. In another operation, meanwhile, a joint team of the Manipur Police, Assam Rifles, Forest Department and Executive Magistrate destructed poppy plantations spread across an area of 7 acres in Churachandpur district. An FIR has been registered and authorities are working to identify and apprehend the cultivators. Security forces also conducted search operations and area domination in the fringe and vulnerable areas of hill and valley districts. The movement of over 100 and 300 vehicles carrying essential items along National Highway 37 and National 2 Highway 2 were ensured. Keeping it with the northeast of India, the ruling Mizoram People's Movement under Chief Minister Laldu Homa in Mizoram has undertaken a series of administrative reforms by passing a record 46 bills in a year since taking over in December last year. Among the issues which took center stage in Mizoram in 2024 were the government's decision to fence the Myanmar border and the decision to scrap the free regime movement. The ripple effect of the ethnic violence in neighboring Manipur and the boundary dispute with Assam also remain matters of grave concern for the state government in Mizoram. In February, the State Assembly adopted a resolution opposing the plan to fence the India-Myanmar border and scrap the free movement regime with the neighboring country. The state government also took steps to resolve the border issues with Assam. During the 4th round of talks in that regard in the month of August this year, both the states agreed to promote and maintain peace along the interstate border in efforts to resolve the long-pending boundary dispute. Both the sides also reaffirmed their commitment to continue with a zero-tolerance policy towards the transportation of smuggled areca nuts from neighboring countries. Mizoram has also continued to bear the brunt of the refugee influx from the neighboring nations of Myanmar and Bangladesh due to ongoing crises in both the nations. The northeastern state now hosts around 42,000 refugees from Myanmar, Bangladesh and internally displaced people from Manipur. In the latest in the Anna University sexual assault case, the Madras High Court has constituted a 3-member all-women special investigation team for a probe. It has also directed the state government of Tamil Nadu to pay 25 lakh rupees interim maintenance to the victim. Earlier in the day, Tamil Nadu's Governor R.N. Ravi, who is also the Chancellor of universities in the state, visited the Anna University campus in Chennai. Meanwhile, continuing with his protests against the DMK government in the state over the sexual assault case in Anna University, BJP's Tamil Nadu President Annamalai whipped himself outside his residence in Coimbatore to condemn the police and the state government for their apathy in handling the matter. The video of him whipping himself 6 times in front of several people outside his residence in Coimbatore was widely shared on social media. Annamalai on Thursday had vowed to whip himself 6 times fast for 48 days and refrain from wearing footwear until the DMK is ousted from power in Tamil Nadu. Addressing reporters in Coimbatore, he criticized the DMK government and the police and accused them of negligence and leaking sensitive information about the survivor. Annamalai also outraged over the absence of CCTV cameras on the Anna University campus and demanded accountability from the administration, particularly DMK MLAs and MPs representing Chennai. BJP leader Annamalai showing photographs of the accused with DMK leaders, including with Deputy Chief Minister Udayanidhi Stalin, alleged that the accused was a student wing office bearer of the ruling DMK. Annamalai also wrote to the chairperson of the National Commission for Women, Vijaya K. Rahatkar, over the Tamil Nadu police making the survivor's identity public and said that this was a move by the DMK government to malign the survivor's character. Annamalai said that DMK leaders have behaved indecently and that he will be complaining about the DMK to no less than Lord Murugan by undertaking a visit to all of his 6 abodes in February. According to the Tamil Nadu police, a 37-year-old man entered the Anna University campus on Monday evening and allegedly sexually assaulted a second-year student while beating up a 4th-year male student who was accompanying her. The Madras High Court, meanwhile, has taken suo motu cognizance of the incident.
Lakshmi Narayan have constituted an all-women IPS officers SIT. So the officers who will be part of this is Sneha Priya, Ayman Jamal and Brinda. So they will be given access to probe the Anna University sexual assault case. Now, right, like you rightly pointed out, the other development is also that 25 lakh rupees will come in the form of compensation to the trauma caused due to the leakage of the FIR. So the leakage of the FIR is something that has been taken very seriously by the Madras High Court as well. So what happened here is essentially the police commissioner of Chennai has also addressed this issue, saying that the FIR got leaked due to a technical glitch. And before they could take it down, there were about 14 times this FIR was downloaded before it could be fixed. So cybercrime is also looking into this. So because of this leak, the name of the survivor was also leaked. So this is why this compensation has been ordered as well into the case. Now, besides this, we also understand that Governor R.N. Ravi, who happens to be the chancellor of all universities in Madras, in Tamil Nadu, is overseeing the security in Anna University. So he will take cognizance, and he is currently in the campus itself taking a tour of what security measures are there, where were the shortcomings, and he will also address these issues and at least ask the university to address these issues as well. And besides that, we also understand that the Minister for Higher Education now he's provided a clarification. What happened is basically the Higher Education Minister Kobi Servan, he said that the complaint was there's been a bit of contradiction about the sequence of events in this case. Now, the commissioner had stated that the complaint had come through the university administration, whereas the minister said that the complaint came through the survivor. So there was this contradiction, which was also became a part of all the politics that is playing out around this. So Annamalai had also questioned who was the real complainant in this case. So now the minister has said that there was discrepancy, and now he has clarified that it was in fact the survivor who had directly contacted the police emergency number 100, and based on this call, the police officers arrived to conduct an investigation, as what he said as well. So a lot of developments happening in the state of Tamil Nadu in regard to the Anna University sexual assault case here, Krishna.
The Enforcement Directorate has summoned BRS leader and former Minister K.T. Rama Rao to appear before it on the 7th of January in connection with the Formula E case. The ED also issued notices to senior IAS officer Arvind Kumar, who was the Principal Secretary of Municipal Administration and Urban Development, and to retired HMDA Chief Engineer B.L.N. Reddy. The ED is conducting the probe under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, or PMLA, based on an FIR filed against K.T. Rama Rao by the Anti-Corruption Bureau. The agency has also initiated a parallel investigation under the Foreign Exchange Management Act to examine possible violations. The Anti-Corruption Bureau filed a case against KTR under the Prevention of Corruption Act, as well as under IPC sections 409 for criminal breach of trust and 120B for criminal conspiracy. The case relates to alleged mismanagement of funds and payments amounting to 45 crore rupees made when KTR was the state's Minister for Municipal Administration and Urban Development, which had brought the Formula E race to Hyderabad back in February 2023. KTR, meanwhile, has denied any misappropriation of funds and said about how the race added to the image of Hyderabad globally and also brought in revenues to the tune of 700 crore rupees into the state. Delhi's Lieutenant Governor has written to the Chief Secretary and the Commissioner of Police of Delhi regarding the Mahila Samman Yojana scheme announced by the Aam Aadmi Party. The letter reads, and I quote, LG has desired the Chief Secretary to get an inquiry conducted through Divisional Commissioner in the matter of collection of personal details and forms by non-government people. Further, Commissioner of Police may direct the field officers to take action as per law against the persons who are breaching the privacy of gullible citizens by collecting their personal details in the garb of giving benefits, unquote. This comes just a day after the Lieutenant Governor ordered a probe into the Mahila Samman Yojana, under which the Aam Aadmi Party has promised to give 1,000 rupees per month to every eligible female in Delhi and raise the amount to 2,100 rupees per month if re-elected in the upcoming Delhi Assembly elections next year. The LG has also appointed a divisional commissioner to find out on what basis the registration of the scheme is being done. Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal, meanwhile, has said that the BJP has been rattled by the Mahila Samman scheme and the Sanjeevani scheme as well, and hence is putting all efforts to stop them. He said that such efforts by the BJP will be unsuccessful and it will lose the upcoming elections.
हर महिला को 2100 रुपए दिए जाएंगे। कैबिनेट ने प्रस्ताव पारित कर दिया था कि हजार रुपए हर महिला को दिए जाएं, लेकिन मैंने कहा था कि चुनाव जीतने के बाद इसको बढ़ा के हम 2100 रुपए हर महिला को देने शुरू करेंगे। बुजुर्गों के लिए हमने ऐलान किया था कि 60 साल से ऊपर के हमारे जितने बुजुर्ग हैं, उन सभी बुजुर्गों को उनके इलाज का सारा खर्च दिल्ली सरकार उठाएगी, चाहे वो प्राइवेट में हो चाहे सरकारी में हो। ये दोनों योजनाएं इतनी हितकारी थी, जनता के पक्ष में थी, लोगों के पक्ष में थी कि इन योजनाओं में हमने जैसे ही रजिस्ट्रेशन, आम आदमी पार्टी ने जैसे ही रजिस्ट्रेशन करना चालू किया, इतनी लंबी लंबी लाइनें लगने लग गई, लोगों में इतना उत्साह था, लोग बहुत खुश थे। जाहिर तौर पे बीजेपी की नींद उड़ गई, बीजेपी बुरी तरह से बौखला गई और बीजेपी के कई नेताओं ने मुझे फ़ोन करके बोला कि जी चुनाव तो ख़त्म हो गया, बोला लगता नहीं इस बार 3-4 सीट भी आएंगी, और बोला कि जीतनी तो दूर की बात है, कई सीटों पे बीजेपी की हो सकता है जमानत जब्त हो जाए। तब इन्होंने ये ठान लिया कि इन योजनाओं को किसी भी तरह से बंद करना है। इन्होंने अपने गुंडे भेजे, कई जगह जहाँ पे कैंप लगे थे वहाँ पे गुंडों ने हमारे कैंप उखाड़ने की कोशिश की। इन्होंने पुलिस भेजी, पुलिस भेज के इन्होंने उखाड़ने की कोशिश की, और आज इन्होंने एक फर्जी जांच के आदेश दिए हैं कि जांच होगी। किस चीज की जांच होगी? मेरे को ये नहीं समझ आता, जांच किस चीज की होगी? कोई हम पैसे इकट्ठे कर, हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हम तो लोगों को कह रहे हैं भाई जो जो लोग इस योजना का लाभ चुनाव के बाद उठाना चाहते हैं वो आके रजिस्टर करो। तो आज ये जांच के नाम पे इस योजना को बंद करना चाहते हैं। अभी तो ये शुरू भी नहीं हुई है। ये तो हमने एक तरह से चुनावी घोषणा की थी कि चुनाव जीतेंगे तो उसके बाद हम ये लागू करेंगे, पर ये अभी से रोकना चाहते हैं। मुझे आज सबसे बड़ी खुशी इस बात की है कि आज इन्होंने अपने इस कदम से, बीजेपी ने अपनी नीयत साफ कर दी कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी दिल्ली में ये चुनाव क्यों लड़ रही है।
Heavy snowfall disrupted life across the Kashmir Valley as hundreds of vehicles remained stranded on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway between the Pir Panjal Tunnel and Srinagar city. Train services, meanwhile, on the Banihal-Baramulla section were also suspended due to heavy snow accumulation on the tracks. Railway officials stated that operations would remain halted with snow clearance efforts underway. A WDM locomotive equipped with a snow cutter will ensure the tracks are clear before train services resume. Adverse weather conditions have put flight operations at Srinagar Airport on standby. All flights at the Srinagar Airport have been cancelled for now. Passengers have been advised to contact their respective airlines for updates. Meanwhile, a tragic incident on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway claimed the life of a tourist. A boulder struck a mini bus in the Mehar area of Ramban district, causing severe head injuries to Ruby Agarwal, a resident of Uttar Pradesh. The mini bus was en route to Ramban from Jammu. Despite being rushed to a hospital, the woman was declared dead on arrival. Intense snowfall also led to power disruptions across Kashmir, with over 40 feeders at the 33 kV level and nearly 740 feeders at the 11 kV level down. Former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah confirmed that restoration efforts are underway, with over 90% of the feeders expected to be functional by evening. Himachal Pradesh continues to experience fresh snowfall across various regions as well. Snow clearance operations are in progress in Narkanda as white blanket covers huge parts of Himachal Pradesh. Authorities have urged caution as the winter weather intensifies in the region. After an extended dry spell, Kashmir has been graced with its first significant snowfall of the season, covering areas in South Kashmir with a pristine white blanket. The snowfall has brought much-needed relief to farmers, rejuvenated the tourism industry and uplifted the spirits of the local population. While the Srinagar-Jammu National Highway faced temporary closures due to snow accumulation, clearing operations are consistently underway and flight schedules are being monitored closely. The Met Department has predicted more snow in the coming days, sparking hopes for a strong winter season. Meanwhile, Himachal Pradesh also witnessed a fresh spell of winter weather with light to moderate snowfall. A few heavy spells across the high and adjoining mid-hills of the state. Popular tourist destinations like Manali and Simla received light to moderate snowfall, making it an ideal yet cautious time for travelers. Authorities in Azerbaijan have said that in the initial investigation into the crash of the Azerbaijan Airlines place in Kazakhstan, it was likely caused due to external interference of a physical or technical nature. This has fueled discussions about the potential involvement of Russian air defense systems in the crash, which caused the death of 38 passengers. Amidst these speculations, photos from the crashed plane suggest that a missile strike could have brought down the plane. Azerbaijan's Transport Minister Rashad Nabiev said that all the survivors, without exception, stated that they had heard 3 blast sounds as the plane approached its original destination of Grozny in southern Russia. White House spokesperson John Kirby also told reporters that the US had seen early indications that the plane may have been downed by Russian air defense. Russia's Air Transport Agency, meanwhile, has hinted at Ukrainian involvement in the crash, saying that Ukrainian combat drones were launching terrorist attacks on civilian infrastructure in the cities of Grozny and Vladikavkaz at the time when the plane was in the air. India was saved from the brink of disaster on day 3 of the 4th cricket test match against Australia at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, and it was all thanks to a masterful maiden test century by all-rounder Nitish Kumar Reddy. This was just the 4th test match for Reddy, and he came to bat at number 8 early on in the morning for the day's play. After wicketkeeper batsman Rishabh Pant played a rash shot to get out, that shot prompted some strong reactions, especially from Sunil Gavaskar, who called it, and I quote, stupid, stupid, stupid. India were tottering at just 191 runs for the loss of 6 wickets at that stage. Reddy stood firm at the crease despite the loss of Ravindra Jadeja a short while later, and went on to put together a crucial 127-run partnership with Washington Sundar, who scored a patient half-century and offered Reddy good company. Their stand came within 2 runs of equaling India's 8th-wicket record against Australia, set by Harbhajan Singh and Sachin Tendulkar in Sydney in 2008. Washington Sundar then got out on 50 to Australian spinner Nathan Lyon, leaving India at 348 for 8, and Nitish Reddy in his 90s. More drama followed as the next batsman, Bumrah, got out for a duck. India were at 350 for 9 with just 1 wicket left, and Reddy was yet to complete his century, stuck at 97. But he hung on and finally crossed the magical mark after India's last wicket. Mohammad Siraj came to bat. Rain and bad light stopped play soon after, and India closed out the day with 358 for the loss of 9 wickets. Still 116 runs behind Australia, and 2 more days of play left. Amidst all the rain clouds in Melbourne, the fine silver lining for India was clearly the magnificent innings by Nitish Reddy, who had shown promise with his bat earlier in the series as well, but finally delivered a masterclass in Melbourne.